oh, like I can't dedicate another 90 days of being monitored all my life. I don't need that crap like other people. It's a slap in the face to people.
Orlando's brilliant. Y'all spent time with him.
We did. Yeah.
He's highly intelligent. What he does is a character.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
I don't know who's around him. I don't know. I love him. I want what's best for him. But, you know, he need somebody, hey, come here, youngin'.
What if the very man you laughed with on your favorite childhood sitcom is now the missing key to one of Hollywood's most explosive court battle, and a lot of people got puff? Moi, a lot of people. And it's not nothing wrong with who. He and Howie them, it's all on video and audio in a twist that seems ripped from the pages of a Hollywood thriller. Orlando Brown, remember the hilarious Eddie from That's So Raven, has gone missing right after agreeing to testify against two of the music industry's biggest names. Diddy and JayZ Brown, whose humor and charm once lit up primetime television, suddenly vanished, leaving a trail of questions that might just rewrite the narrative of celebrity justice. How did a star known for his quirky antics find himself at the center of such a high-stakes legal storm? And why is he suddenly nowhere to be found? The answers lie in the intersections of fame, controversy, and a labyrinth of explosive allegations that have rocked the industry.
People got puff, fucked a lot of people, and it's not nothing wrong with who he and how he them. It's all on video and audio.
In a twist that seems ripped from the pages of a Hollywood thriller, Orlando Brown, remember the hilarious Eddie from That's So Raven, has gone missing right after agreeing to testify against two of the music industry's biggest names, Diddy and JayZ. Brown, whose humor and charm once lit up primetime television, suddenly vanished, leaving a trail of questions that might just rewrite the narrative of celebrity justice. How did a star known for his quirky antics find himself at the center of such a high-stakes legal storm? And why is he suddenly nowhere to be found? The answers lie in the intersections of fame, controversy, and a labyrinth of explosive allegations that have rocked the industry.
And that's what they f***ed up at. You can tell me Puff going away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the oh God of TD Jakes? I just don't want to be in the room when niggas be actually doing this, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who is he? He begging this out like a next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
Nah, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting it's Carl Winslow, you know.
People believe that over the years, JayZ's connections to R. Kelly and P. Diddy mean that he at the very least knew about some of the stuff they were up to, and possibly was even involved. Especially when lawyers involved in Diddy's case right now are saying things like this.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're gonna make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're gonna name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
That lawyer even went on to say that there would be some eyebrow-raising names, which is why people think JayZ is involved. Diddy and JayZ have been friends since the 90s, when they were both going up in the music industry. They even collaborated on a track in 1997. On top of that, these two were connected to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who were married when Aaliyah was only 15. Dame Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with JayZ and dated Aaliyah when she was actually of age, said he thought it was morally wrong for JayZ to do a collab album with R. Kelly when he did. Dame said, it's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or anybody for that matter. He also said JayZ tried getting with Aaliyah too.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then like it got brought up, and I was like, "F for y'all." but it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I like kind of eased up, but then we ran.
Growing up watching that. So Raven, many remember Orlando Brown for his offbeat humor and magnetic personality. His role as Eddie, always ready with a laugh, a quick rap, or a perfectly timed remark, earned him a special place in the hearts of Disney Channel. Viewers from the early 2000s off camera, however, Brown's life took a darker, more complex turn in April 2008 while juggling a busy schedule. He abruptly disappeared after a routine trip to a local convenience store. The sudden absence sent shock, waves through his inner circle, and left fans in a state of disbelief. Although he resurfaced the following day via a call-in radio interview explaining that he needed a break to regain his sense of direction. The incident hinted at personal struggles that would later intersect with even graver controversies.
Hello, fellow Disney fans. We have a serious emergency going on. Orlando Brown from the show That's So Raven is missing. Apparently, he left his house to go to 7-Eleven on Tuesday night and never returned. His manager tells us that he was supposed to be at a photo shoot on Wednesday morning and never showed up. It is not like him to be out of touch for so long. So all of us are very, very worried. There are search parties out there now. And so this message is strictly to organize our search party. We will be starting all meeting in the next hour at the 7-Eleven where he was last seen. We're going to be splitting into 3 groups. Now, Group A will scout out all of the Kentucky Fried Chickens in the 10-mile radius. This is not a fat joke. Orlando really likes Kentucky Fried Chicken, so we're hoping we might find him there with like a Fiesta Bowl or something. Maybe that's Taco Bell. It doesn't matter. Group B will be going to Kenan Thompson's house. If this is a kidnapping, Kenan Thompson is the only suspect that they can think of. Now, you remember Kenan from Kenan and Kel and all of that, and now he's on SNL. Well, police say that he's a little upset. He thinks that Orlando has, stolen his big, goofy, black guy comedian style, and he may be holding him at the old Good Burger movie set. So Group B will be going there. Group C, that will be with me and Raven Simone. We're gonna go out, and Raven is going to try her character's psychic powers to see if she can figure out where Orlando is.
Can someone come to Hollywood and not do drugs?
Yeah.
And be successful?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's easy. It's not a requirement.
Bro, the requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
Nigga, you can take the bitch, but he wants you. He ain't worried about that bitch. He is not worried about that bitch at all.
Fast forward to more recent times, and Brown finds himself entangled in a legal quagmire that goes far beyond a mere lapse of judgment with the court cases against Diddy and JayZ, intensifying amid staggering allegations ranging from sexual misconduct to racketeering. Brown's decision to testify has added an unexpected twist during a riveting interview on the No Jumper podcast. Brown not only defended his longtime friendship with Diddy by dismissing allegations against the mogul as hazing gone wrong, but also made jaw-dropping claims ranging from bold confessions to outlandish theories that defied logic. At one point, he even asserted quite controversially that he was Jesus Christ incarnate. Such statements, shocking as they were, only deepened the mystery surrounding his recent disappearance.
Prosecutors promised when they announced the charges against Diddy, the indictment, that they were going to continue investigating. They said this is an open investigation, which certainly hinted we're not done charging this guy. And that has come true because they have now announced a superseding indictment, which basically says, which is fancy term for we got new charges.
More charges.
More charges. And by the way, this is the second superseding indictment. So they are
superseding.
Yeah, exactly. It should have been, isn't it a double superseding indictment?
Superseding.
The new charges relate to victim 2. And you remember in the last time they added on more charges, they added victim 2 and victim 3. Victim 1, we all believe to be Cassie because Diddy's people have referred to victim 1 as being Cassie. But victim 2 and number 3, we don't know their identities, but now the feds are saying that allegedly Diddy was doing other things with this victim 2 that they didn't know about, and now they have enough evidence to bring this.
So those charges are trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. which is interesting because you all have this great new documentary out talking about Diddy's defense.
Yeah.
And the mock jury in that were uncomfortable with some of these ideas of sex trafficking and prostitution.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by JayZ and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. JayZ's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing JayZ for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing JayZ, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that JayZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. JayZ has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt."
Have you met Diddy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What was that look? What happened?
They
partied.
Explain.
He's a cool friend of mine.
He's
One
a
of
cool
my best
man.
friends. I love him. There's nothing else to say about Diddy.
Does he have a vagina?
Come on, man.
I'm asking. I just want to know.
If JayZ's got a vagina,
He
then Diddy
definitely has a vagina, for sure.
Everybody knows that I love Diddy, man.
Oh, you ain't gonna say it. Diddy's like, you better not talk about my...
No, it's not even that.
You better not.
It's not even that. It ain't even got nothing to do with that. Everybody know I got respect for Diddy. I love Diddy. Everybody try to come at Diddy. Why am I
Legal experts and media outlets scramble to piece together clues. The disappearance of Orlando Brown has become a focal point in what many are calling one of the most explosive celebrity court battles of our time. The stakes are massive. Not only is Brown positioned as a potential corroborating witness in a case that could redefine the legacies of Diddy and JayZ, but his absence also raises uncomfortable questions. Is he being silenced, or has his disappearance been orchestrated as part of a deeper cover-up? Could someone be trying to dismantle the very evidence that might expose decades of alleged misconduct within the upper echelons of the entertainment industry?
The first thing we talked about is when you go to the stand, your credibility goes with you. And if anybody who's out there has ever testified, testifying is the most nervous thing you can do. And a lot of times what people want to do is, if their anonymity is not protected, sometimes people say, I'm not testifying. You know, I'm not putting my name out there. I don't want to be associated with this trial. And so what prosecutors try to do is say, we will limit your testimony. Nobody will know who you are. It'll just be initials because you're trying to convince this person to testify. A lot of these women, men, so forth, don't want their name associated with this case. And I bet you there's a bunch of them out there who aren't telling their family and friends, yeah, I was in the middle of one of those freak off parties. I flew out there from Colorado, because it still has a stigma to it. And so if I'm the defense, I want their full names. I want their full testimony. I want them on the stand. If they're going to confront anybody, and we have a confrontation clause. If you confront somebody, show yourself. What's that? Show yourself. Show yourself. You must show who you are so that I can properly cross-examine.
Consider for a moment the gravity of the situation. In March 2024, federal agents raided Diddy's properties amid allegations that the music mogul was involved in a sprawling network of criminal activity. The seizures of 96 electronic devices and the staggering 90 terabytes of digital information recovered from just 8 of those devices hint at an empire built on both glitter and grime. Diddy's legal struggles have been further compounded by explosive civil lawsuits and damning testimonies from former associates like Cassie Ventura, a once close confidant now poised to testify in court about alleged abuses during infamous freak-off events with every revelation. The narrative grows more complex and the potential repercussions more severe.
failed to do so. It sought several warrants to search Mr. Combs' residences, his electronic devices, and his person, and it presented a grossly distorted picture of the facts. It included only inculpatory facts, and it excluded critical exculpatory evidence that was indisputably in its possession at the time. The government claimed victims were coerced into sex, but it failed to inform the magistrate that, and then there are lines that are redacted, but it goes on to say, the warrants themselves were also grossly overbroad. On a theory that Mr. Combs' entire life was a criminal enterprise, the government sought virtually all limitless authority to seize any evidence related to that enterprise, all his digital devices, and the information they contained. All information in his iCloud accounts, plus troves of records and items in his houses, almost none of which was contraband. By the way, interesting they say almost none of which was contraband. Does that indicate that there was some stuff found that could be considered to be contraband? They go on to say that perhaps the thing that's most troubling is the government received essentially limitless authority to search Mr. Combs' digital devices, which contained a vast trove of personal information. The Supreme Court and Second Circuit have repeatedly warned that it is essentially important that digital devices